Today's thought: little deeds of kindness, little words of love, help to make earth happy like the heaven above. Carney. Proverbs 25. These are also Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied out. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. The heaven for height, and the earth for depth, and the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. Put not forth thyself in the presence of the king, and stand not in the place of great men. For better it is that it be said unto thee, Come up hither, than thou shouldest be put lower in the presence of the prince whom thine eyes have seen. Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof, when thy neighbour hath put to thee shame. Debate thy cause with thy neighbour himself, and discover not a secret to another, lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thy infamy turn not away. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. By long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaketh the bone. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it. Withdraw thy foot from thy neighbour's house, lest he be weary of thee, and so hate thee. A man that beareth false witness against his neighbour is a maul, and a sword, and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth, and a foot out of joint. Is he that taketh away a garment in cold weather, and is vinegar upon nitre, so is he that singeth songs to an heavy heart. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. The north wind driveth away rain, so doth an angry countenance and a backbiting tongue. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman and in a wide house. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. A righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain and a corrupt spring. It is not good to eat much honey. So for men to search their own glory is not glory. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broketh down and without walls. Man's way and God's way of dealing with those that dislike or turn against him are entirely different. Man's natural reaction when dealing with an enemy is to get even or to do him even more harm than is done to him. God's way is completely foreign to how man would handle that type of situation. God's way is not to get even or to harm the adversary. His approach is to be kind to the person, even though an enemy's behavior does not warrant kindness. If one's enemy is hungry, give him food. If he is thirsty, quench that thirst. That is God's way. The first thing one's pride would shout is, that is showing weakness. Their treatment of me will only get worse. It certainly is not weak to fight one's natural inclinations. It takes great character, control, and strength to treat the opposition kindly and to overcome what the flesh wants to do to the adversary. Deep down inside, one attacking, accusing, or making life miserable to another knows what he is doing. He knows no kindness is deserved. However, when he receives it, it often summons feelings of guilt that they wronged another that did not deserve poor treatment. In many cases, undeserved kindness can stir the wrongdoer's conscience, and regrets will be experienced. Often a bad situation is changed because of one's undeserved mercy to another. One has no idea what kindness can do in another's life. When one treats opposition the way God commands it, not only may hostilities be reduced, but God will reward the peacemaker. Loving our enemies and praying for them is God's way. It is how He treats us. None of us deserve any kindness from a God when we sin often. Yet, remember the bountiful mercy He pours on all of us. All were once an enemy of God, but He forgave those that sought forgiveness and is kind to them. So, be kind to one another.
Thanks for watching. Until we meet again, may the Lord continue to bless and guide you.